And of course, those better cracking open that ice cold Pepsi in Victory Lane, which we're going to do tomorrow night.
That's right. So, Jeff, speaking of things that are new and emerging on the scene, what are your feelings on Toyota's sudden emergence in the sport, and how do you feel this has changed the actual sport?
Well, I don't look at it as much as Toyota's Joe Gibbs Racing. Joe Gibbs Racing's been, a strong force in our sport for many years, and they're just continuing to be strong. And you know what? Kyle Busch is a great talent, and Denny Hamlin as well as Tony Stewart. Those guys have really set the mark this year, and they've gotten ahead of us, as well as a few guys at Roush Racing. And Hendrick Motorsports is going to need to step it up. We're going to be a factor in this championship. And right now is the time when we're ready to start making our way to the front. So we've been a little bit behind, but we're coming. We're coming.
All right. Now, we know that when the drivers, including yourself, go to different cities, there are a lot of charity events that are involved. So the next question is, do you wish you could do more races like Prelude to a Dream, which you competed earlier in this year, and compete with your fellow NASCAR drivers purely for fun and charity? You think that more of those events would be helpful?
Oh, well, I mean, I wish I had more time to do more charity events and volunteering and all those things. But I also know that if it weren't for racing and the job that I have, if you want to consider it a job, I certainly wouldn't be able to have the opportunity to make a difference in kids' lives and do things for charity and be able to make a bigger impact. So, I understand that there's a balance there. And, Tony, his event up there in Eldora, in Ohio, at, that Prelude to a Dream, driving those dirt cars is a blast. We all have a great time, but we also all know we can't do it every week. We can only do it every once in a while. I would love to have more events like that. I think it'd be awesome, and I can't wait to do it again next year.
Now, we know that the time that you have is limited, but what does Jeff Gordon do during his spare time?
Well, these days it's changed a lot of diapers, for sure. Strolls through the park. I love being a dad. I mean, it's just this point in my life, having an amazing wife and who's a great mother, and then have this precious little, gift of life. And even when she wakes up at 3 in the morning, it's still, it's just amazing. So it's a lot of hard work. I have a whole new appreciation for all of you moms and dads and parents out there. And I'm glad to be in the club. So it's been amazing, and just love every part of it. She's so close to walking. She's so close.
That's awesome.
And then I hear all the parents growing up there. Oh, it's like, because as soon as she starts walking, she's gonna be running right after that. So.
And then she might be racing.
I don't know about that.
Well, speaking of your family, as far as racing is concerned, do you think that this is the best team that Hendrick Motorsports has ever had?
We have the greatest group of drivers, crew chiefs, engineers working together. I mean, our performance on the racetrack is not showing how great our race team is. As an organization, performance-wise, the competition's got a little bit ahead of us. But when you look at having Dale Jr. come on board has been awesome. We've got.
Stop! I'm not playing.
I tell you what, I give him a lot of credit, to come in and be as appreciative and humble as he is. I mean, he's the most popular guy out there, and he could very easily miss meetings and do all those things, but he's not. He wants to be involved, and he's shown me he's got a lot of talent as well. And then, of course, we got, back-to-back champion with Jimmy Johnson, who's a tremendous driver. I hate that Casey Mears, is moving on because he's a great friend of mine and he's an awesome race car driver as well. But the four of us have worked together so well over the last couple of years or this year, and then having Junior come on board, this has been a great year. And it's good to see him doing well. And next year we got Mark Martin's going to be our teammate, so that's going to be awesome. Yeah, I look forward to that.
So, those are some pretty seasoned names that we're talking about as far as coming into the racing family that you're already a part of. But with all the talented youth coming up through the ranks and starting to make some names for themselves in the sport, who do you think the next young talent will be to kind of come in and take over the sport?
It's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of great young drivers. Of course, you hear a lot about Joey Logano, and he's at Gibbs Race, so he's with a great team. I got to give credit to Brad Keselowski, who's Junior's driver, and very well could be making his way up the ranks very soon as well. But you know what? It is interesting that this is going to be the first time next year that we've got a lot of all veteran drivers. We've almost always had some young up and coming driver, and so I hope that that experience is what's going to be key and pay off for us. But I think it's also you always got to have the door open for a young new guy coming along.
Sure.
Mark Martin's going to be there for a short period of time. I'm not going to be racing forever, and it's all about continuing to win